Seasoned substance users, what is your worst experience on substances? This past weekend I took 13 grams of mushrooms. 5 is considered a heroic dose, 13 is irrational. I am diagnosed with BPD, bipolar disorder, paranoia, avoidant personality disorder, autism and ADHD, and have used mushrooms a lot in the past to help me mentally. However, I never took anything close to this amount before. I cannot fully put into words the experiences I was having. I was probably 2 hours into this trip, laying in bed having the most profound revelations about multiple universes. Life was dissolving. The fabric of this reality was ripping apart as I was flying through it. There was no difference between me and the bed I was laying on. I was the air I was breathing. I first pooped my pants right around the time I gave in to the idea that I had been holding on for too long. This wasn't a light shart, this was a full-on 5-alarm explosive pooping of pants. It was falling out of my shorts onto the floor no matter how hard I squeezed my glutes. I managed to make it to the toilet before full evacuation occurred, but my clothes didn't make it off, so I just pooped right through all of that. It was the best feeling of my life. I also remember thinking this is the last lucid moment you're having for a good long while. In my stupor, I took the dogs outside and this is when I died. I slowly, finally, and completely let go, and the 1 hour I was out there was eternity. It started off with me thinking I had finally fallen into permanent psychosis. I was upset because my family and anyone in my sphere of influence would never be able to shake me. It quickly devolved into me fully believing I was dead. Everything was looping, good to bad, bad to all right. Initially, I was sad and scared. That melted into acceptance of where I am, letting go of where I've been, and forgiving myself for my failures, which also led me to forgive everyone who I felt had wronged me. It was the single most profound hour of my life. Unfortunately, for my wife, bless her beautiful soul, this was anything but profound. She had already been awakened by my yelling outside and was cleaning the bathroom and bedroom. She came out probably 10 times trying to get me back in. At first, she thought I was having a mental breakdown or a stroke, or had taken too much medication again. I thought she was part of the eternal loop. Eventually she got it out of me what I'd taken, and, though she was apoplectic, she managed to get me back inside. I distinctly remember her saying several times that she was going to call the police. I'm glad she didn't. I'm not sure I'd be actually alive if she had. Once she got me inside, things only got more intense for me. Believing fully that I was dead, I let it all go. I went from intense spells of sweating to shivering cold. I spent the next 4 hours writhing around the bed, bedroom, bathroom, and closet, unable to control my bowels. I pooped for 2.5 hours. There was poop everywhere. On her clothes in the closet, on the walls, under the bed. I literally pooped on my wife. I rolled in it. When I came to, I realized I was covered in my own poop. Head to toe. My hair was matted down. It felt like clay dried to my skin. On top of all that, I had also vomited everywhere. My wife later told me you were throwing up blue and coffee grounds. After I came down off the peak, I laid in bed for probably another 45 minutes. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. It was a mixture of processing, questioning, and then realizing how badly I had effed up. Never have I ever been that out of it. Never have I felt this shame. I thought I was going to lose everything. My wife finally talked me out of bed and walked me to the shower. It's a good thing she had a pathway of towels and trash bags from the bed to the shower because I was dripping poop. She put me in the shower, fully clothed. After letting my clothes soak for a moment, she held out a bag and I threw them away. She gave me a washcloth and I cleaned myself off. This happened 5 more times. 4 washcloths, and 2 hand towels. 2 bath towels were also tossed. I couldn't speak. I was beyond ashamed of what I had done to her. I was also still having to process being alive after being dead for eternity. If I could have left then, I would have. Rightfully so, I was kicked out by my wife. I spent the day driving aimlessly, stopping every 30 minutes to bawl my eyes out and rest. She then decided to take me back. I can't mess this up again. We have had the master bedroom professionally cleaned twice and we still have to replace the carpet. The drywall guy is coming out later this week, so in the meantime we have a poop wall. I don't know how this is possible, but in a room with 4-meter ceilings, I hit the ceiling. She did 13 loads of laundry. I'm buying her a new mattress as well as a whole new set of pillows and blankets. The drapes have already been replaced. My wife and I have talked at length about this and are in agreement that I cannot take mushrooms anymore. Long road ahead, but I'm finally ready to face it head on.